Hey guys, Ryan here, and today I'm bringing you a video in the T62-A, Russian Tier 10 medium tank. I am platooned with Spandex and Felix. Spandex in his T62-A, and Felix is in the M48 Patton. It is a full Tier 10 game, 1 artillery on Kasserine. Now before we get into this game, I just have to say that on this map, although I do quite like it, I would have much rather have been in the M48 Patton than a T62-A. Simply because on this map I feel like with all the hills that are about the place, having the gun depression would be very useful, and given how large and open the map is, having the view range on the M48 Patton would also be useful, especially given the fact that there are no light tanks in this game. Basically, despite that, given all the hills and stuff on this map, I'm going to try and make the best use of the T62 as possible, but remember that this thing has 5 degrees of gun depression, which in most situations, as I said, I can make do with it, and you will see that I'll make do with it, but there's no denying it would have been easier if I was in a medium tank with gun depression. So I get to the initial position, and I'm sat here, and what I'm thinking is, given the lack of gun depression I have, that I'm not really going to sit here for too long. So I'm just waiting to see who gets spotted, get a look at the map, see where most of the enemies are, before I decide where I'm going to move. And that's how I do these games. I never really... There's only a few maps where I have a idea in my head where I want to go before the match starts. Other than that, I just fucking make shit up as I go along and just go wherever. So a good shot on the machine. I try to get the shot on this cupola, but I don't do it. And now I've decided that I'm bored up on that hill, and now's the time for me to make my move. So you see me weaving a little bit, just in case any shots come in from downrange. And I did see on my minimap that these two heavy tanks were over here, hence why I'm coming over to join them. I love the heat shell, so T62-A. Now I can pin his cupola, but as I said, it's a very small cupola and I can't be bothered aiming for it. Plus the T62-A is heat loaded himself, so I don't feel too bad firing heat at him. Now as you can see, on this little hill, I don't want to go out because I'm struggling to get the gun depression, but it just fired, so I feel no problem going out. So we've actually got a nice little push here between me and these two heavy tanks, T62-A. I think it's Super Conqueror, although I might be wrong. I missed the shot on the machine, and what you're going to see is, as soon as the machine dies, I'm going to have my main position of this game. So the machine's now dead, and I'm over in this corner. There is an artillery, however what you will notice is, if you look at the minimap and see where Spandex and Felix are, and you see where I am, we have got these enemies in a crossfire. They can either back up behind the rock to avoid Felix and Spandex and get shot at by me, or they can push forward and get shot at by them. So I'm going to pop up over this ridge line before dropping back down, because I can see that those enemies have shots at me. And because those enemies have shots at me, here's the position. I can now get the gun depression necessary, and I can use this rock as cover. And this is where, although I don't have the gun depression, because I have the damage per minute of the Russian medium tanks, I'm in an ideal position right now to farm them. And Felix and Spandex right now are just keeping them looking in that direction. So I'm holding tight for the time being, because again, I want to help my clanmates fight this lot, because the Chisel in particular could be an issue, because he's in a very good tank for this map. View range, gun depression, decent DPM, so anytime I get a shot in him, I'd like to help. He's currently hidden from view, so I started him before for the 277, and then I noticed the E50M, who again, he's in a medium tank, he's the more ideal tank for this map, so if I can get a shot into him first, I'll try and do that. And you see, I'm trying to aim for the tracks, and thankfully I actually hit them. Unfortunately I don't get the assistance damage because he got hit just before I tracked him, and now that I see the team moving in for him, I've turned around for the people I saw on the minimap behind me. Now again, I saw them earlier, but I wanted to help Spandex and Felix. Once I knew that they had the other flank sorted, now I'm going to work on this flank. And again, you're going to see, I'm going to have a little bit of an awkward time with the gun depression, so I have to expose my tank quite a bit to get the shots on these guys. You're going to see I'm going to come up, and I'm quite exposed here, But again, the enemies are actually looking over towards Spandex and Felix. So again, another crossfire. They can only aim at one side, either me or them. Now, I'm going to change target here because Felix has specifically requested that I shoot the 705A, and in particular, he's asking if I can track him. So what you're going to see is, I could be aiming for the back of his tank right now, but I'm going for the tracks. That one shot hit, but didn't track him. Second shot gets him. And just again, it's working with your platoon mates, whenever possible, to deal with the threat. Now the I-7's on low health, and I could expect our team to be able to handle it, so I'm going to go deal with the E5 because he's the bigger threat. Now I'm on full health, so I could just go out there and trade with him. Now the E5 has a very trolly weak point that sometimes isn't a weak point, and the lower plate is also sometimes not a weak point. My trucks absorb the first shell from him. Unfortunately, he's got to turn at just the right moment. My tracks absorb the second shell from him. There you go. He turns in, absorbs my shot, but now I can side scrape against him. I don't need to side scrape. As I said, I've got more DPM than him and a lot more health than him, but I thought to be safe, I'll do it. And just so you guys know, that E5 I just killed, if you remember when I uploaded the T100LT and FCM50T video, in the T100LT game, one of the bat chats on the enemy team was actually that guy there. So that guy in the E5 was the bat chat driver from the T100LT game. So these games were all played on the same night. And now us three are alive with the artillery, and we just have to hunt down the T7 Heavy. However, as we come around this corner, something strange is going to happen. We come round, and we don't see him. And what I'm thinking is that surely a T57 Heavy isn't fast enough to have gotten that far without us spotting him. So yeah, I don't see anyone, and I'm thinking, something's not quite right here. So I'm going to peek over here, still don't see anyone, and then I'm going to turn around and go looking back, because I swore the T57 Heavy was a pretty slow heavy tank in comparison to a lot of the others. Like, I thought it was comparable to a Super Conqueror in speed, but as you can see, he got a pretty decent distance away. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get any more, and Felix picks up the kill. So we all got kills on the board. I'm still on full health, and in terms of my positioning this game, we managed to get some excellent crossfires on the enemy, despite the fact I was just winging where I went, because I just had to try and find a location where my 5 degrees of gun depression could work. So pushing with the two heavy tanks, and then getting that crossfire with filling spandex led to a very nice game, I think. Only a first class, but 4,800 damage, 700 assistance, 2 kills, and up to 91% mark of excellence. The T7 Heavy driver on the enemy team did an excellent job, 5,500 damage and 1,500 assistance, so kind of feel bad for him. He had a good game. But overall, it wasn't a nice tanker game, but I feel there was some nice platoon work there, with in particular the crossfires. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.